Since I've seen that the sun could be bright again, I don't ever wanna be blind again for you. 'Cause if the stars came alive in my dreams again, I'd stay up all day just to feel again for you.
Hello you lot, Happy New Year, it's 2021, hopefully big things are going to happen for us all. It's been a weird one last year, everybody ever in the world has said those words. 2021 so far doesn't look much better. But what I wanted to talk to you about is maybe distract you from all the craziness and the horribleness that's going on in the world just for 5 or 10 minutes. I just wanted to mention what it was like in the Malvern Hills and surrounding areas over Christmas. Just before lockdown, if anyone's watching this from out of town, in England, especially at the moment, we're in our third national lockdown, and the rules are pretty strict, to be fair. It's very similar to our first UK lockdown, which was March last year, April. A lot less enjoyable though. I remember the first lockdown felt almost a little bit, this is new, this is kind of uncharted territory for us all, and none of us knew what was happening, but now we're all a little bit, we know a little bit more, and it just feels, basically what I'm trying to say is mine, and I'm sure yours, my mental health is taking a battering at the moment. It feels, this third lockdown feels rougher than anything that we've experienced so far during this pandemic, certainly my experience as well, so I don't know if you can relate to that, and it's killing me that I can't get out and about. So what I wanted to, and I don't want to be that guy that sort of says, I'm a vlogger actually. I monetize my vlogs, so technically I'm a professional vlogger, so I can go where I want. I might just go to Iceland and do a workshop because I'm a professional vlogger. I'm not going to be that guy. And my advice to you is don't be that guy or gal, but you can make your own decisions, can't you? Anyway, I can feel the dislikes coming already. So what I wanted to talk to you about was Malvern a few weeks ago, just pre-lockdown. We had a lovely dusting of snow. A blanket of snow that I haven't seen in the Malvern Hills for years, really, since 2017 and Beast from the East, which is 2018. So it was very welcome, and as soon as we saw the snow, Laura and I, we both got our cameras packed and we vaulted straight out the door to the hills, and we managed to get some good stuff. And actually over the period of up until lockdown was announced, what was that, 3rd of Jan, 2nd of Jan, I was up there every day, and I managed to get what I would consider some of my best work that I've ever done. And obviously that's subjective, but you might think it's a load of rubbish. Hopefully you don't. But I remember thinking at the time, this is why I love photography, because it just excites me. It just excited me. The thought of everything from packing my bag to driving to the location, to walking up the hill, to getting the camera out, to thinking about composition and getting the actual shot, to the edit, to the upload to social media. Everything about it was exciting. And that's all gone now. But I wanted to talk to you about some of the shots I got. So I'm going to start with this one, which leads me on nicely to talk about something else. Now, this shot I took on New Year's Eve, and I've recently just sold a copy of it. I stuck it on Twitter, and I managed to get an order, a massive panoramic order, and that came yesterday. And I was really, really humbled that someone wanted to have that on their wall. So bringing me on nicely to something else, we've actually, Laura and I, because I don't want to go off on a tangent, but Laura's a photographer as well. And she's producing some really, really good stuff lately. So we thought, wouldn't it just be great if we just had our own printer? So we've ordered an A3 printer. So comment below if you know any videos, channels of people that recommend papers, inks, that sort of stuff, because I don't have a clue what I'm doing. But I'm really, really looking forward to starting printing and hopefully getting a bit more of my work out in the great wide world on people's walls. But the first one I wanted to chat about was this. Now, this was panorama I shot of British camp. I've shot this as a panorama a couple of times, but never in this weather. And it's just super exciting that I managed to capture British camp with this virgin snow, and if you look really carefully, you can see one or two people sledging and stuff like that. So super duper happy that someone took a chance on this and wanted this on the wall. Another one that I shot that I really liked as well was this next one. So another panorama, you can probably see a theme developing. Another shot that I took last week, well, it wasn't last week, it was 2 or 3 weeks ago now, and the rest, was another panorama of the spine of the hills. And this is a shot that is difficult to show people because panoramas, I don't know if you can relate to this, but when you take a panorama, when you stick it on social media, it's so difficult unless people are viewing it on as big a screen that you've edited it on. It's so difficult to show the majesty of this scene that you've captured. So this shot in particular, I'm so proud of. I got up early, I found a really nice vantage point of the Malverns, and I shot this panorama. Now this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shot panorama with the 70 to 200, same as my last one. And I think I shot this at f11, so I really was interested in that sharpness, and just used the tripod just to move, starting out of the left, moved to the right, a sweeping panorama. And I edited this solely in Lightroom as well. So the stitching together function in Lightroom is actually really good. So really pleased with that. Moving on to this next one. Now this one's something completely different. It's just a single image, but for me it really encapsulates how it felt being up on the hills during that snowy couple of weeks that we had. It was just, there was little snow flurries, blizzards at some time because it really was quite windy. And I managed to get a shot of this tree. I wasn't even hoping to get the flakes of snow, but that was just serendipitous. And luckily the camera, because I had it on autofocus at the time, focused on the tree, and I've got some lovely sort of falling droplets of snow, some snowflakes, and they're just beautifully out of focus. And some of them catch the light, some of them don't. And I'm really happy with that, because you can see the ones that are more out of focus are the ones that are closer to the camera, the ones that are more sharper farther away. And yeah, really pleased with that. So I think I've got my Christmas cards for mine and Laura sorted for next year. And I shot this as well. This is another one that I really like. Now, tree and forest and woodland photography is something that's very new to me, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm keen to learn. So 2021 is something that I really want to improve on my woodland photography. So really pleased with the way this came out. I was very tight because I only had one lens with me on this particular day. I only took my 30mm lens out with me on this camera, which is the A6400, which took me to about a 50mm-ish. So it's quite tight. Found this group of trees together and thought that looks lovely. In hindsight, I could have done different things. But again, that's what experience is, isn't it? It's knowing next time I go, oh, I could maybe think about doing that. So yeah, really pleased with this. And this was how the Malverns looked. And it was just really special because, like I said, this does not happen very often. And to add these snowy images to my portfolio means everything to me. So I really hope that, not that I hope that the snow comes back really soon, because I think that's what made it more special, but I really realised how difficult it was to shoot in snow because of how little practice I've had of it. And I don't know if that means anything to you. Maybe you're in a similar position. So sometimes I'm saying things and doing things and thinking, I think that's right, I'm just going to shoot it anyway. Whether it is or not, I'm not sure. But I was really pleased with some of the results that I got. And this last one was this robin that I had in my last vlog that I'm, again, super pleased with. And yeah, it was just amazing. That was a really nice moment that this robin was just marking his territory, just saying, keep out my woodland, I think. But literally would have landed on my hand. It actually fluttered, came and hovered really close to my hand because I had my hand out. And I think he realised that I had no food. So he's like, no, I think I'll land on that branch. But I got a shot of him. That was with the Nifty 50 on the A6400 which probably takes me about 70 or 80 mil territory. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with that. Again, that's probably going to crop up on the Maguire Christmas card next year. Don't be surprised if it doesn't. And one shot that I haven't mentioned that I really want to mention as well was this Astro Panorama that I took. Now, me and Laura scrambled our way on New Year's Eve up to the top of British Camp. There was no one else up there. Well, there was at midnight, which was a bit weird, really, because we thought we'd be the only ones there. And we weren't. But for this moment, we were. And I managed to get a vertical panorama that I've managed to put into a square, because I think it works really quite nicely. And again, I've given it the pretentious name of Frozen, because the paths, believe it or not, were frozen. Brilliant. So that's good thinking there from Andy. But that, for me, really tells the story of how difficult it was to get to the top of British Camp, because the paths were just solid, compacted ice. And that day in particular, it must have been -2, -3. And it was really special to be up there. Me and Laura brought in the new year at the top of British Camp, which was gorgeous. And we had the stars were all out, and the moon was reflecting off the ice and the snow perfectly. So really pleased with that. That was the last photo I took in 2020, and it was a bit of a good riddance to 2020 moment. But looks like 2021 ain't going to be much better. Well, let's keep everything crossed. So I'm supposed to be getting married this year. So keep your fingers crossed for us that we can actually tie the knot. Thanks for watching this video. I'm going to be doing more videos from this room over the next weeks. Because as I said, I don't think I'll be venturing out much. I'll be going on a local walk around me a couple of times. And obviously I've got work, but I don't think I'll be able to go up to the Malverns or do much adventuring. But anyway, yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Hope I haven't bored you to tears. I think I'm in lockdown 3 mode where I'm boring myself now chatting. Well, anyway, thanks for watching this. I hope you're keeping safe wherever you are. And yeah, we're all going to get out of this sooner rather than later. I hope so. I really do hope so. But anyway, see you soon. Take it easy. Stay safe. See you on the next one, whatever that one may be about. Catch you then.
Since I've seen that the sun could be bright again, I don't